Hi guys, it's Wednesday of the 13th of July. It's the day after the big heavy downpours yesterday, and we didn't film at the weekend because I wasn't really in the mood, but I thought I'd give you a quick run around as what we've done in the last few days. I'll say in the last few days, at the weekend. So the last I showed you was I cleared this area. And what I've done since then is I've put in some peas down here, and they seem to be surviving. I thought they'd have all been munched by now. And there are some beetroot sown under there, bigger peas on this side. This beans are perennial. Beans like runner beans and French beans are actually perennial plants, and this is a plant that was left in this patch from last year, and it's come back up, and I've just stuck a cane in. I want to see how it grows. It's a runner bean, looks like a scarlet one. I see how that goes. I need to put something on the top there, or I'll have my eye out. And I've sown some kohlrabi under here and some more beetroot over there. Nothing's coming up yet, but you wouldn't expect that for a few days. We've weeded a lot over there. This area still here needs to be done, but over there we took a load of thistles and bindweed and all that out. And potted up a lot of the strawberries. This kale, this scarlet kale, it's difficult to show you. It's a beautiful, beautiful colour. And the purple sprouting broccoli under there have come back since we put that cage on. So, the brassicas seem to have liked the rain. They really do. And these are starting to get good hearts on them now, the kiloton cabbages. What else have I got to show you? I want to see over here if this squash has taken. Now this is a honey bear squash. It should be under here if it's still there. Oh yes, you see that? That's a honey bear squash. I'm really pleased with that. Fantastic. Might put some straw underneath it to keep it off the ground. There's obviously a little one there underneath, if you can see it there. That's fallen off. Wasn't fertilised. I've got to get back up now. These parsnips are doing really nicely. They really are. Here, this is a gherkin and a squash, not doing brilliantly. The cucumbers here at the plot aren't getting very big leaves, but my gosh, are they churning out the cucumbers. It's the second one. It's a bit splattered by the rain, isn't it? There doesn't seem to be anything else fertilised and growing on there yet, but we'll have that. We'll take that tonight. Dwarf beans. Oh look, look! There's our first bean. Fantastic. Oh, there's loads over on there. I can see them all, just tiny little beans forming. Fantastic. That's made me happy. Blue Hubbard squash. Seems like we have one there too. And ooh, it's been quite prolific. Whether they're fertilised or not, I don't know. Crown Prince, how are you doing? This Crown Prince is going mad. It's sending off over there and up here. Anything under there? Oh, there's one down there. And that one running off into the sweet corn, which is also looking fantastic. Sorry, I thought you heard somebody. Yeah, the sweet corn's looking good. I don't think there's anything happening inside them yet. I put some chicken manure pellets, just sprinkled them through the bottom and then watered them in last weekend. Turnips are starting to bulb up now. I did thin these out eventually. Oh, Rue's tomato's got a tomato plant on. Oh gosh, tomato plant has got tomatoes on. These beans do not want to stay on the plant at all, and they go anti-clockwise. Oh, I'm going to have to tie them in. Oh, but I can see a massive pumpkin. Look. It looks like it has been fertilised, and we have a pumpkin, which is very, very exciting. Fantastic. I don't think there's anything on those squash over there yet. I drew up a plan for this plot and that one yesterday. Trying to make use of the space we've got once we've moved all the fruits. Hopefully we'll be able to sort it out. There's nothing on these yet, just starting to flower. But ideally, I'd like that side of the plot too. Be able to do more with it. These runner beans on here are finally getting away. They were very slow to start, but they are climbing up now, and they have got some little flowers on the bottom. And the leeks are actually looking quite good. They've filled themselves in with the rain, looking green. Everything in there looks okay. There is a hole there I spy that we need to make sure is closed up before the butterflies spy it too. Oh, there's a centre to a cauliflower. Al, we've got a cauliflower. Down there. Hiya. Probably can't see it. There's a Romanesco. Okay, I'm going to make a confession. It's time to tell them about the pea beans, Al. Okay, right. Here, between this metal pole and that metal pole, when we first got the plot in January, and we did this in February, we dug a big bean trench along here, lined it with newspaper and straw and loads of nutrients like kitchen scraps and compost and manure and everything of that kind to grow really good healthy beans. And I planted these pea beans in, and I thought, well, one of them's climbing and the other ones aren't. And what I remember is I pushed a runner bean in the ground and none of them got away. So I planted the pea beans in instead. And as it turns out, I made a bit of a mistake because the pea beans are dwarf beans. Here now, we have dwarf beans on them, but they won't be climbing anytime soon. I can't believe it, I'm such an idiot. So I've got some spare runner beans, I'm gonna chuck them in there. So this lot of beetroot is nearly done. We've done the thing where you plant them in a little group. So I'll show you here. So you plant them together and you pull the bigger one and the small ones continue to grow, and it's worked really, really well. I'll be doing that every year from now on. These cobra beans got lots and lots of flowers on them, so they're getting away. They're almost to the top. This is still wonky, we still need to straighten that up. And the last of the broad beans are producing nicely. So I've come here today, I've got a few more brassicas to plant, and I'm going to do a harvest of raspberries and blackcurrants. But I wanted to show you about the raspberries actually. If you come through here. So all those over there, if you see the slightly yellow growth, those ones are summer fruiting raspberries, and I've made myself a path through here to be able to get into harvest that area. So all this new growth is autumn fruiting raspberries, and I think they're supposed to crop from September. Is it September onwards? Autumny. But we are getting a lot of autumn fruiting raspberries, and Terry King of Robotic Allotment Gardener, he's got the same. His autumn fruit and raspberries are off already. It's quite odd, but there's loads down there. More around. They're all around. You just need to, because the bushes are lower down, you need to actually look for them. They're under here. But I think autumn fruit and raspberries have a much more superior taste than summer fruiting ones, and they're also bigger and nicer generally. So you'll be reducing the number of summer fruiting ones we've got, and probably keeping more autumn ones, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to start harvesting because we don't have that long. Rue is having dinner with my mum and dad. The allotment isn't looking bad. It's not looking fantastic, but it's not looking bad. Still got to finish painting the greenhouse and getting that up. And these are some extra broccoli and scarlet kale that I need to chuck in. And Alan swore that I've got to go in today because he's sick of the smell of the brassicas in the car as we go back and forth. They do smell a little, don't they? Don't know why they smell a little, but they do. This area is getting under control. As I said, all of this in the winter is going to be dug out, and next year this bottom end is going to be first early potatoes. Another pumpkin. Ooh. And another pumpkin. The potatoes and pots are doing nicely. Doesn't seem to be any sign of blight considering we've had another blight warning. It seems to be doing okay. Right, I'm going to get on and harvest, and I'll show you what I've gathered at the end. See you soon. Okay, we're back home. This is now the last of the summer strawberries. Probably the last big harvest of the summer strawberries, plus some of the autumn ones coming out now as well. They're the bigger ones. They're definitely bigger and fatter, and they taste much nicer. And also another tray of black currants in there, and some more rhubarb, and some raw beans. Tomatoes at home are doing okay. Got some nice big Romas on, and the chilies are fruiting nicely. So, doing okay. I need to now, the next thing on my list to research is how the hell do I prune summer fruit and raspberries? I want to prune them so that when we move them, they're not just these big crazy canes that they are at the moment. I want them to be as good health as they can. So if anyone's got any advice on pruning summer fruit and raspberries, let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this very quick video update. I'll do a more comprehensive one at the weekend. Okay, see you soon. Bye.